Okay, this is the Arietta by Edvard Grieg, level 2 Nesma solo that you have to perform with either number 9 or number 12 on that same page. This one is all really about the sound. There's lots of high notes here, of course, and it's very, very slow. So really it's all about you getting a good sound on those high notes. There are quite a few of these, the crescendo decrescendos, so watch out for that, really make a big deal about it. Couple of tricky notes in about measure, 10, 12, that kind of area. You've got a B flat in your key signature for most of the song, but there are a couple of B naturals marked. For instance, in measure number 10, you've got that B, C, D, E, G, F, G sharp, A, and then in 12, G, A, B flat, C sharp, so be careful about that. Remember C sharp, three fingers, plus your back top pinky key, or if you'd like to do it over here, of course, you can do it over here. I prefer the right-hand one myself, but it doesn't make any difference in this particular case. Sometimes it does because you have to be careful about which hand you're going from one hand to another on different notes. In this particular song, I don't think it makes any difference. And of course, lots of long sustained notes here, lots of tenutos. You do have a breath mark after the second measure that's in parentheses. That one is optional breath. If you need to take a breath, you can. At that point. Honestly, I don't think you should need to at that point, though, especially with the high notes here. High notes don't take as much air as the low notes, remember, so you can hold the notes for longer. Even if you don't take a breath there, though, do put a little phrase, do put a little pause, just to make sure that the musicality really comes through. And you have an extremely long note at the end that fades away as a decrescendo. I wouldn't worry about counting all those notes. I mean, it is 12 counts altogether if you do it that way. Just fade it down as slowly as you can to nothing. There's an Italian expression that sometimes you see in music, al niente, to nothing. That's kind of what you're going to go for there. Okay, so this is the Arietta by Edvard Grieg. Make sure to get a really good sound on all those notes. Some of mine got a little crackly, but not too bad. I forgot to mention the first couple of notes, remember, are those high A's. So thumb key plus two fingers, just like a low D, except with your thumb key to make them high A's. You got A's, F sharp is just like a low B natural with your middle finger, and then G. And then the G's are also tenuto. The A's at the very beginning, and then the G's in measure 3 are all nice and tenuto. So make them as close together as you possibly can without actually slurring. You do need to use a little bit of a soft tongue there. So. Or, the notes as close together as you possibly can, just separated by your tongue. It's like a stream of water coming out of a hose where you just take your hand and kind of pass it in front of the water to break the water, but the water keeps going. The air has to keep going here to make it really work. Okay, so that's the Arietta. Good luck.